It has been a while since we've seen each other, but today's video is really special for me because we're gonna learn from the true god of Path of Exile crafting, the one and only Rog.
I hope this helps.
There are so many things you can craft with these days to get good and cheap results, but none of them even compare to the power of crafting righteous fire shields with Rog. When it comes to crafting shields with Rog, for some reason, rerolling suffixes keeping the best outcome has a high likelihood of giving plus to maximum resistances or plus to maximum cold, fire, or lightning resistance. From what I've read about it, it seems to have something to do with the relationship between the item level and the lowest tier of a mod. The higher the item level, the lowest tier of a mod starts, the higher the chance of getting that specific mod. As an example, for shields, the plus to all maximum res rolls starts at 75 item level. The second best to this item level is the plus to maximum cold, chaos, fire, and lightning res. After this, spell suppression on evasion or evasion hybrid basis or fizz reduction start at 45, giving these specific mods a higher likelihood of appearing when you do rerolling suffixes, keeping the best outcome. Now get your notes ready because we are gonna witness Rog's RF Shield crafting commandments. The first commandment, shield must be at an item level of 81 or above in order to have a chance of getting plus 2 to all maximum resistances and or plus 3 to maximum cold, fire, lightning, and chaos resistance. When picking shields, you should go for shields with filled suffixes since rerolling suffixes will yield the same number of suffixes back. Else, try to fill all the suffixes if you are given the chance. Don't bother trying to save the prefixes if they are not T1 or T2 life. The 70 life from Benchcraft is enough. Don't be afraid to reroll suffixes even if you have maximum res, but none of them are tier 1 and are given the chance of rerolling suffixes. If I start offering you reroll modifier values, the craft is ending, and if you don't have a good item yet and the crafts are expensive, feel free to take the item. Don't be afraid of annulling after my craft to open up a prefix in order to craft life if the prefix to suffix option is not available. Don't forget that any plus to maximum lightning or cold resistances can be switched with harvest crafting to fire resistance. Now we are gonna take a short look at all the Rog crafting options and highlight some that can be really useful for the RF Shield craft. The reroll prefix option is really good once you have the suffixes you would want. The reroll suffixes will be the bread and butter of the shield craft. So every time you get this option, you're gonna take it. The reroll modifier values highlight when the craft is about to end. Upgrade the level of 1, 2, or all modifier is really good if you already have the maximum all resistance or maximum fire, cold, lightning, chaos. Same for the upgrade the level of X modifiers by 1 tier, since most of the max all res or max fire, cold, lightning have 2 or 3 tiers only. Opening up a prefix can be easily achieved with this craft if you are given the chance and the prefixes are full. I don't recommend adding a prefix modifier because you could end up filling all the prefixes and not having room to craft the life. But if you have 2 open prefixes, the bigger the number of rerolls, the better the outcome. For the suffix, I always recommend adding a suffix if the item is not already close to be finished, like having 2 to max alres and 3 to max an elemental res and some life. Then you can consider leaving a suffix open in order to craft something specific you need or want. Filling up all empty modifiers is a double-edged sword because it's gonna fill all the prefixes, but if you have 2 open suffixes, I would pick it. The reforge number of sockets and links are close to irrelevant in our case. Random incubator the same. Set quality is not that relevant. We can't anoint a shield. Corrupting an item, maybe if you have a decent shield and want to go for a specific implicit. Adding a random influence is a double-edged sword because the influence will add to the mod pool affixes that have the lowest tier at item level 68 and above, making it better to craft non-maximum resistance shields, but worse when it comes to maximum resistance shields. Removing all prefix can be good if the prefixes are full. Never remove suffixes, and reroll suffixes is okay if the suffixes are bad, but we would like this option of reroll suffixes. Now I'm going to do a Rog Shield craft example. Here we found a shield that looks interesting. It has life as a prefix. We upgraded the first one of the modifiers. Note that for every action when changing a modifier on the item, the affix that gets changed or modified is highlighted. I tried to save the life and got rewarded with a reroll suffixes 10 times, keeping the best outcome. I got really lucky getting T1 max res, T1 cold, and T2 lightning. I kept the prefixes. I kept the suffixes because I couldn't have gotten any better. And now I'm gonna do the harvest resistance change from maximum cold resistance to maximum fire resistance. And after the res change, the craft is done. That's a nice shield. Here is another Rog Shield craft. I'm gonna start on a really good base, the Colossal Tower Shield. I have the upgrade the level of 3 modifiers by 1, but the modifiers I have are not really good, so I could have skipped here, to be honest, but I'm gonna upgrade it. It's cheap at 3, same for this, but I could have skipped. And this is what usually you are looking for, the reroll suffix. Again, I got decently lucky, not tier 1, but good enough, with hybrid life T1, room to craft 70 life, and I'll avoid crafting a prefix regardless of what I was given. Craft life, and we're done. For those who are still here, I want to say I really appreciate it. And if somehow the video helped you in any way, I would like to hear about it in the comments. If you are looking forward for the next items on the Budget Righteous Fire, leave a like and feel free to subscribe. Thank you, and I hope Sentinel League launch is not like the ultimatum one. # life is not fair.